Shalom Israel, and welcome to Hebrew Chronicles Publishing. On today's segment, we're going to be discussing beta readers. What is a beta reader, and do I need one? What is a beta reader? A beta reader is technically a non-professional critic, okay? There are people, and anybody can be a beta reader. Anybody that reads a lot of books. A beta reader is a person that reads a lot of books. So if you're not a person that likes to enjoy reading, then you won't make a good beta reader, okay? So a beta reader is a person who actually enjoys reading. Now make sure that if you find a beta reader, you have to find a beta reader that likes reading your genre, okay? If a person is into romance and they write a book about romance, don't sit to a beta reader that enjoys reading about action, okay? Because they're gonna be like, no, this is off, this is off, this is off, this is off, and it's all because that's their opinion. They're critiquing your book, okay? So you want to make sure that you send them the right type of book that matches the genre that they enjoy reading, so they can critique it correctly. So that's what a beta reader is. A beta reader is a person that likes to enjoy reading, and they're a non-professional critic. So they're the people that you send your books to see if you have any minor errors that can be spotted outside your own eyes. Because as writers, when we write things, we're so used to the wording. There's only certain things that we can actually pretty much get out of the critique the grammar. That's what an editor's for. But a beta reader is a person that you give your work to before it gets to the editor. So by the time it gets to the editor, it's been edited, self-edited about 3 or 4 times. Then you send it off to your beta readers, and then they see if they can find anything, and they make sure that the story runs smoothly. Now, once all of that is done, then you can read and you can give it to the editor. Me personally, I dropped the editor part. But if you are a person that likes to write to the bourgeois class, then by all means, go ahead and send your book to a professional editor. You got line edits, you got all kinds of edits. You got about 5 or 6 different divisions of edits, and they're very expensive, But either way, a beta reader is very important. A beta reader pretty much can add some flavor to even hyping up when you write and how you write, because not only do you have to find your own style, which I'll actually I'll pretty much make another video on that, because that's a video all on its own. But once you find your own style, your beta reader will actually be able to feel the rhythm of your story, okay? And then they'll actually be able to enjoy it even better. I pretty much made a video talking about, how do you put take your thoughts and put them on paper, and that the best way to actually be able to write, to put everything in order, is to pretty much put your emotions on the page or on the computer. And that's a better way of actually how to construct your story. But once that story is finished, to make sure it makes sense to the audience, you send it to your beta reader. A beta reader, like I said, could be anyone. Now, if you actually have any books that you actually have written that you want to send off to an editor, but you would like to actually have someone to read over it first to make sure it makes sense, or if they find any small errors, like there you have THERE and then you have THEIR. Sometimes those things can be mixed up, and I know because I've done it and had some, because I actually do have a beta reader myself, and he went over it and he was like, hey, I got some markings, and I'm like, whoa, this is a lot of stuff, and I went in there and fixed it. So it is very essential to have a beta reader. So the purpose of the beta reader is to make sure your story makes sense and it runs smoothly, and small edits can be actually changed over things that you may have looked over. And do you need a beta reader? Yes. A beta reader is a person that you send your books to critique your book, and also not only to make lines and make it seem like intimidate you, look like, wow, I really can't write as good as I thought I could. It's not to do that. Their job is to make sure the book makes sense, so when you send it off to a publisher, or when you publish it yourself, it actually gives you a form of comfort, like, okay, it's done. It's in there. The work has been done. I'm good. So, and the other part of what a beta reader can also do is give you some what you would call feedback. You know, sometimes, like, if you actually have a good beta reader, they'll actually read over it, and not only will they critique it, you know, literature-wise, they'll actually leave reviews or send you by email, be like, listen, I enjoyed the book, I appreciate the read, I did find some minor errors, but I love this character, I love the world building, whatever the case may be, because that's what the beta reader's job is to do. Their job is to read the book and critique it, give their feedback. Now, if you actually are looking to have, if you're looking for a beta reader, make sure that you actually go to the description section where you can actually find my links, and you can actually, you know, write me, because I love to write and I love to read, and I love to read all sorts of books. But the genres that I enjoy: action, suspense, not that romance stuff. Please keep that away from me. So mainly, sisters, don't send me those type of books, okay? Brothers, if you on your feminine side and you like writing those romance things, don't send that to me, okay? But I do welcome all other types, you know, action, suspense, sci-fi, because remember, righteousness can go into all of these different genres based upon your knowledge of God's laws. Shalom, Most High in Christ bless.